think we all know what an in-person event is. I think we all know what a virtual event is at this point. What exactly do we mean by a hybrid event? Monty, let's start with you.
Yeah, Eric, that's a great question. So a hybrid event is something that we, I think, as an industry are still evolving. So there are some things that we think at Cadmium that it's very important to distinguish between a hybrid event from an in-person and virtual event. So most people think that a hybrid event just means that you have remote attendees. But a hybrid event truly means that you could have remote attendees, in-person attendees, remote presenters, and in-person presenters. And when you have a remote presenter, there are things you have to think about, such as how do you bring them into the session? How do you make sure that they're feel like they're a part of the interactive panel or discussion? How are the slides the right size? How do you have a speaker-ready room so they can have equipment? And the worst part is that you have the test ahead of time where they're in an ideal condition, and then the day they do the presentation, they decide to take it from their cell phone in their bedroom. So it just makes the interactions much more difficult because you've just thrown a host of new variables into the event. So we kind of think that's what a hybrid model sort of looks like.
Yeah, so I'll jump in there. You nailed it on the head with the four pillars of hybrid, and the other part that I will add to it is the audience engagement and being intentional on engaging both the in-person audience and the remote audience, in as similar a manner as you possibly can, whether you're using an engagement application, if it's in your platform, a third-party application, or inviting that in-person audience to the microphone, or the online audience, to be on video and audio as well.
Cool. So actually, I'm looking forward to the time we stop calling it hybrid, because it seems odd. Events are events, and they have a physical component often and a virtual component often, and they are just events. And I think it becomes de facto that all events will have some sort of virtual component to it, if not live, available on demand. And also the benefits of virtual married with in-person is the in-person can be a slice in time, whereas the virtual can be prior and post as well, giving more interesting and better ways of people engaging with one another and of getting content into your target audiences.